Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Antonella. Most people call me Bella Nella or Nella Bella, whichever one. Hey guys, welcome to my lupus journey. It is Lupus Awareness Month. I wanted to kind of really this whole month kind of talk about lupus and things, for my personal story and what I'm currently going through. But this particular video, I wanted to just share with you what not to say to someone that have lupus. So one of my girlfriends sent me a list of things, and I actually added a few things, but this is for people that there are some people that are genuinely just trying to help and just trying to see your whereabouts and just be in your life and things like that. So this is not really an attack on you guys, because I know that some people are genuinely just want to help and just want to want to know what's going on. But it's just the way some people go about it, and some people are insensitive to this situation. And a lot of time with lupus, with those who, like myself, who have had issues with symptoms of lupus and things like that and flare-ups, sometimes it doesn't help. So I'll go ahead and I'll share with you all a few things of what not to say to a lupus, someone that is suffering with lupus or any chronic illness in this case, I guess. You're too young to feel this way. That's the first one. You're too young. I'm not sure what people are trying to say in this case, because a lot of people now that are young are suffering from some type of illness. And so I'm not too sure. I've never been told that, but actually I have, from actually older people that probably are healthy. And I think maybe there was a family member, now that I think about it. But no, I'm not too young. Apparently, especially women are now, or just younger people in general now, I would say with lupus, from the age of maybe now 14 to all the way to 35 are showing symptoms of lupus. And it takes about 4 to 5 years sometimes to really get diagnosed now with lupus. So I don't know. I wouldn't say, it wouldn't bother me if somebody told me that, because most people, when they see a young person going through sickness or any type of illness, they, I think that would be a genuine response. Like, you're too young to go through this. So I personally wouldn't mind, but I think it could be taken differently. But yeah, just don't say that. Okay. It's all in your head. That's the second one. It's all in your head. And for anybody to say that, that's really an insult, because at this point you're basically telling them that whatever they're feeling, whatever they're going through, you don't believe it, it's all a lie, and get over it, kind of thing. So it's pretty much an insult to that person suffering. You don't know what they're going through. Like, why would you even say something like that? It's all in your head. Like, I can't even imagine somebody telling me that. Like, seriously. So don't even say that. Like, if you don't have anything nice to say, especially if you're a family member or a friend, like, it's all in your head. Like, who would say something like that? So just keep your mouth shut in this case. And I'm sorry, I may come a little abrupt or a little rough with this, but I'm just trying to just inform mainly, and let you know, these are things not to say. It's like, some of them are irritating. So the next one is, your pain isn't real. Wow. Like, seriously, I don't think I've ever had, thank God, I've never had anybody come across or came about and tell me that my pain isn't real. Like this, the type of pain that a person that has lupus goes through, either on a day-to-day or off and on, for somebody to say that your pain isn't real, like, look, if you could walk a day in my shoes, pretty much, you probably would not even, some people would not even be able to survive. Like, I know that God gives us, wouldn't put too much, like wouldn't give us what we can't handle. He gives us enough, I guess, or he gives us what we can handle, I guess, to the people. So, but this particular pain that people that have lupus, it's a type of pain that is so undescribable at times, and I wouldn't even wish this type of pain on my worst enemy, and I don't even think that I haven't that enemy out there, but I wouldn't wish that on no one. Like, it's a pain that, seriously, if I didn't have God in my life and a lot of those flares that I've had in my past, I probably wouldn't be here making this video. Like, seriously, I understand. I mean, I don't condone it. I don't, it's not an excuse for it, but I do understand when people give up in life, period. I do understand that some people just can't handle it no more and just decides to give up. Like, cause there has been time where I wanted to give up in, my faith and my belief in God actually has kept me through it all. So again, somebody to say that your pain isn't real, like, seriously, dude, like, don't ever say that to anybody going through anything like cancer, lupus, whatever. Like, dude, like, you just don't know when your day will come, or you don't know if tomorrow God can just switch things around and you going through it, and see how that feel. See how real that feel. All right. Everybody gets tired sometime. All right. Everybody. Okay. It says everybody gets tired sometime. Like, okay. So if somebody were to say this, first of all, don't ever say this, but everybody gets tired sometimes. It's kind of like brushing it off, because, like, let me tell you something. When a person that has lupus tell you that they're tired, seriously, it's like a whole it's a new dimension of tired. Like, I can't even describe what type of tired it is. And again, it's kind of weird because it's like, this type of being tired is like, for me, I would say it's like it's like exhaustion, like beyond like your understanding. It's like you could sleep for 3 days straight in a row and wake up and still be tired, kind of thing. It's like your whole body shut down. Like, your mind is running on 100, but your body has given up. Like, your body has like given up all hope. Like, you want to get up there. I mean, for me personally, there has been time where I could not even move. It was like I was paralyzed. It's like my mind wanted to do one thing, and then my body was like automatically shut down. And just think about, for those who are not going through any illness or anything like that, but just think about like a workout. I don't even think you can even compare it, but just think about a day when you like worked out at the gym, and like the whole week or doing, leg or whatever, just complete workout, and then your body is like cramping the next day, kind of thing, where you can't work, like where you can't even walk. I would say something similar to that, but 100 times. Because it's like excruciating pain that is all over like your body. It's like your nervous system, it has just completely went crazy on you and like shut down. And then it's like, it's like this pain. It's like an impact. Like, maybe like an impact, a shock. Like, your body goes into shock. And it's like that impact, like maybe jumping. I don't know. I can't even describe it. Or maybe getting hit by a truck. Like that slap, like that shock, initial shock. And it's just that constant feeling. So it doesn't go away. It's just like you're in this constant shock, your body. So it's like you can't even control your own body. So that's the type of exhaustion it is when somebody tell you that they're tired. Don't try to make any plan for them. Don't try to like, oh, you get over it kind of thing. Oh, do this or do that. Like, be considerate and just be like a support. If they're tired, get them a chair to sit down. If if they're telling you they're tired, like, don't overwhelm us with so much questions or so much things that you would want us to do. I mean, I know that some people are just there to help, but sometimes it's best to just listen, just give me a moment. I'm like, I am tired. Like, just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Now this one, this question, I know, may sound, well, let me say it. It says, aren't you better yet? I guess I wouldn't put it that way. A lot of time when people ask me, how are you feeling? Aren't you feeling better now? Or, something like that, maybe. Maybe you shouldn't say it in that sense, in that way. Maybe, hey, how are you feeling? Something like that. But if you're come about and you're saying it like, aren't you better yet? Like you're like, this person's supposed to be better now. Like you're supposed to, we don't know. Like with lupus symptoms, it comes and go. There's time where I do feel like 100. Like I feel like I'm good. There's nothing going on. And tomorrow or even the night, later on at night, my body is like lupus is like, it looks like it's beating me up. Like, so it comes and goes. So I may be able to feel good one moment and then the next is just totally down. So I wouldn't put it in that sense, in that way. Aren't you better yet? Like, like you fed up with it and this person should be feeling good now. Like, yes, you had your moments, but now you should feel better. Like, aren't you like, no, don't ever say that. Don't ever go there. But like, if you really care, it is okay to inquire and say, hey, how are you feeling now? Like, how are you doing? Something like that. I wouldn't mind that. I don't think anybody would mind it in that way. Next question is, you're blowing me off again. Okay. For this one, I would say it comes about when, we plan something all together, like it could be an event or family gathering or friends going out somewhere. Because, for example, for me, there's been plenty of time where I was invited to social gatherings and things like that. And I would like, honestly, if there was a call that if they would call me back and say, hey, the plans got canceled or rescheduled, I would be so happy. Like, I was so happy. Because there's most of the time I don't want to really go anywhere. Like sometimes I just want to go home and just lay down or go home and just be home. Okay. But it's not that we're blowing you off. Oftentimes, is that we're not feeling good. Like we're not feeling good. And you have to keep in mind, a lot of time people that are suffering with lupus or any chronic illness, our immune system is very low. We're not able to fight any, diseases, and we can get infection like really quickly. Like, especially when we're surrounded by people that are sick, other people that are sick, people's germs can get us killed. Like seriously, like that's serious deal. Like, I remember working at a job and the people that I was around were always sick, coughing and just, blowing their noses. And every time, I'm like, seriously, every time I would go, I would be sick. Like, it was just like people coughing in the air, just the atmosphere, period. I remember I had to go to HR and ask if there was a possibility for me to work from home, and they actually accommodated that. So, again, just to get back to that, if they're blowing you off, just be understanding and, don't try to push, just don't try to like just push it to the point where they're like, we're trying to make you happy. Just trying to be understanding in this point, because again, we're not able, it's not that we're blowing you off because we don't want to be around you. It's that just be considerate to the fact that we're not, a lot of time, it all depends on where it is, the event. So a lot of time people will or may ask you who's going to be around, where it is. Is there going to be a lot of people? If it's like an outdoor event, for me, a lot of time I have to know if it's going to be a very sunny day, because I can't be in the hot sun all day. Although I love to be in the sun because it's good for, vitamin D and all that stuff. But unfortunately, the sun ray and, UV lights and stuff like that can affect my skin. And no, I can't be in the sun all day. I could be like, it's just dangerous. It's just not, I have to make sure I'm very hydrated to be in the sun. So it comes with preparation for me. I can't just do everything. So a lot of time, again, it's not that I'm blowing you off. It's just that I can't go. And I don't even mind, to the point right now, I don't even mind not being invited, because most likely I'm going to say no, or I'm probably won't be able to go on that day. So I don't like to really make plan ahead of time until the day of, to make sure I'm okay to go. So even though I can plan to go, we won't know until that day of if it's possible. So again, it's not them blowing you off. All right. And another question. This one, it says, I like to lay, actually this is more of a statement. This says, I like to lay in bed all day too, but some of us have to work. That's so petty. Like, that's like, for somebody to say that in that way, it's like you really don't care. You really like trying to say that this person is just lazy. Okay, you're basically making it seem, okay, well, I would love to stay at home too, but we gotta work. Unlike you staying home. Trust me, honey, it's not that we want to stay home. Most of the time is that we can't get up. We can't just up and go like you are. It takes a lot. And people that have lupus, we do need your support. We do need people that love us and family members that can help us. It's not that we just want to lay down and trust me, I can plan a million things. There's a lot of time where I know in my mind, I'm planning to do this, and this tomorrow. And tomorrow comes and I'm like, you know what? I can't do all the stuff that I wanted to do. It's just out of nowhere, lupus slows me down, and I hate it because I'm somebody that likes to do things like my schedule. I plan my day to the last second sometime. And now with living with lupus, I just know, and I've come to the realization and just accepting it, that there are going to be times where I'm just not going to be able to do all of that. So I just plan my day, or just, go day to day. I just don't even worry about it. I used to stress so much about it to the point where it would get me sick. So it didn't even help me. It didn't even help because I would just have anxiety, just thinking that I was not going to, I felt incomplete because there's a lot of days where I would want to do something and I just didn't have the courage, not the courage, but the strength and just the energy, because oftentimes you feel overwhelmed and it's just too much. So that's all I have to say with that. I think you'll be so ignorant to just so insensitive if you were to say that to somebody, they don't matter, they don't want to do certain thing, or that they're lazy. That's basically what you're saying. So please don't ever say that. Okay, that's just don't. Now this last one I'm gonna leave you guys with is, you don't look sick. I get that a lot. All right. It's not that I don't take pictures of me. I have, but thank God I don't look how I feel. First of all, Thank God. And a lot of people that are suffering and with lupus or any chronic illness, they do suffer in silence. And some of them, you won't see that they look sick. They look, they look like you and I look normal, I guess. And but on the inside, trust me, honey, they are feeling it. And not every day. Like, I don't look like this all the time. Sometimes I look busted. Like, but there has been time. Well, I mean, especially there was a time when I had my lupus flare. I will wake up, my whole face will be swollen, like huge. And it's not a pretty sight. I would have to wait like at least an hour for the swelling to go down. And yeah, it's not a pretty sight. It's not something that, hey, let me take a picture, a selfie of myself looking this way or that way to prove to other people. No, we don't do all that. So I mean, thank God, because if you see this right here, it's not even me. It's not even my own power. This is all God's grace, because if I look like how I feel or how I felt, I would look like a monster. Seriously, I would walk as a zombie and from The Walking Dead, probably. That's how I would envision myself if I looked like how I felt. I would really, like, it would be a sight that you would not want to see. So thank God I look like this. Okay, just keep it that way. Don't ever say that to somebody. I don't know how you want to define somebody that's sick. How do you want them to look like, with a mask? I mean, I like walking, looking like they can't walk. Like, I don't know what is it that you're looking for when you say you don't look sick. So, I mean, it could be looked as like insensitive or as an insult or something like that, because your perception of a person that is sick is she look horrible, or I need to look a certain way, and you shouldn't look good, or you shouldn't look this way and the way you looking now. So I'm just gonna assume that you're not sick, and I'm just gonna assume that you're just playing, this is all in your head kind of thing, or you're lying. So that's what that's all we think about when somebody said. That's what I think about. So those were like some of the things that you should not say to somebody that is suffering from lupus. All right. I hope this helped you guys. But like I said, with us going through, if you have a family member that is sick or suffering from any chronic illness, please be understanding. Please be mindful. Please be considerate of what you are saying out of your mouth, and how sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it as well. Just be a helping hand and listening ear. Just be there. Like, please have patience with us. I know it's not easy. It's not easy for us. Like, we don't want to feel like a burden. A lot of time we do. But just be there. Just love us. That's all I have to say. That's all I can say. Just love. Just love. Just do talk with us with love. And like I said, be patient with us. I mean, we're going through this. It's not easy. Trust me. For the most time, like I said, we cry in silence, and we may not even show you because we want to like cover it, like, and just act like we can do it all. But for the most part, we are suffering in silence. And so a lot of us are. I was in that place where I was suffering in silence, and I find myself still sometimes feeling like no one understands me, and it's just a fight that I'm doing on my own. It does help knowing that there are others that are feeling the same, that I can relate to, and we can talk and uplift and encourage each other. So I am so glad to know that there is like a lupus community that are feeling or have went through the similar things, and that I'm able to talk to and ask for tips and things that they are currently doing to help them go through this, this situation or whatever. So That's all I had to say. I don't want to keep going on and on because I can't. I love you guys and hope this helped you. I love you and God love you. Bye.